2. Someone close to you is secretly working with the police, and what he's planning. My beloved child, don't skip this, stay until the end. What I'm about to tell you will change how you see the people around you. Tonight, listen with your whole heart and keep your eyes open. The smallest detail will make everything clear. There's a quiet mover in your life who smiles in daylight and files papers at night. You think you know them because you've shared meals, laughs, and long silences with them. What you don't know is the weight of the secret they carry. It's not loud, but it is deliberate. Someone close has been answering questions, passing notes, and aligning pieces you didn't even realize were missing. Maybe it started as a favor, a small help that felt harmless, a promise whispered over tea. Now those small favors have a pattern, timing, names, appointments, the kind of tiny accuracy that only someone who knows you well could provide. The police aren't strangers, they've found a bridge into your life through someone you trust. You'll notice signs if you slow down and look, an unexplained phone call that ends when you enter the room, extra attention to your comings and goings, or a friend who knows about a plan before you even say it aloud. These details seem trivial until they arrange themselves into a map. Follow the map and you'll find the point where loyalty shifted into something else. This person isn't necessarily cruel, many times they believe they are doing the right thing. They may have convinced themselves it's about protection, about duty, or about righting a wrong they witnessed. But duty and betrayal can wear the same face, and intention doesn't erase consequence. When they speak, it will sound measured and calm, like rearranging furniture in a room you thought was yours. Their words will be careful because they are building a narrative for someone else, a version of events that fits the questions they've already been asked. Watch how their stories change subtly when others are listening. There will be moments that feel like tests, a sudden question about where you were, an offhand remark about a name you never heard them use, or a memory they repeat with too much detail. Those tests are soft probes, not confrontations. They are how the story is shaped without ever seeming like a story at all. Keep note of those little probes and you'll see the pattern. You're not powerless here, knowing is the first kind of power. Start by protecting what matters most, your documents, your messages, your private spaces. Quietly secure the things that are easy to overlook and don't make a scene. Safeguard like someone placing seeds in a jar for a future harvest. Choose your confidants with care, speak to a trusted person outside the circle who sees things more clearly. A single voice from beyond the web of familiarity can reflect back truths you can't see from inside. If you need professional counsel, find someone impartial who will listen without judgment. Remember that confrontation, if mishandled, can fracture more than trust, it can reveal more than you intend to reveal. Prepare before you speak, collect facts, write down dates and small incidents, and let evidence guide your decisions rather than emotion alone. When you confront, do it from a place of calm and clarity so you remain in control of the narrative. There is also the possibility that this person is torn, caught between duty and friendship, and that knowledge will weigh on them. If you find compassion within yourself, offer an honest conversation that leaves room for truth to breathe. People collapse under heavy secrets, sometimes truth releases them as much as it hurts you. If it turns out they were trying to help in their own way, decide what you need: distance, boundaries, or a full stopping of contact. Your peace is not negotiable, protect it fiercely but fairly. Boundaries are not punishment, they are a map back to safety. Watch for a small set of clues, a friend who suddenly knows the names of people you never mentioned, a local officer showing up with an odd familiarity, or social invitations that feel timed rather than casual. Those are little lights pointing to a larger design. Don't ignore them because denial is the quietest trap. As the truth unfolds, you may grieve a friendship even if nothing illegal was done. That grief is valid, it is the currency of change. Give yourself permission to feel it fully and then decide what you will rebuild and what you will set down. You are stronger than the surprise of betrayal, you are steadier than the shock that follows discovery. Keep your steps deliberate, your voice calm, and your circle thoughtful. In time, the fog will clear and you will have built a life more honest because you chose to protect it. Hold on to clarity more than you hold on to anger. Clarity allows you to act with precision, and precision keeps you safe. When the moment comes to move, move with intention and evidence in hand. You are not alone, there are ways through this that preserve your dignity and your future. Stay alert, keep your peace, and take one careful step at a time. The person working with the police may have reasons you cannot yet know, but your response will be the thing that defines what happens next. Keep your eyes open, and keep choosing you. My beloved child, stay here, don't move, don't blink, and don't scroll. What's coming next will explain why things have been feeling off around you lately. There's a reason your intuition has been restless, a reason your chest tightens when certain names come up in conversation. The one you trusted most has begun to act differently, softer with their tone, but sharper with their timing. Every gesture, every delayed text, every half-smile hides a calculation. They are gathering details under the disguise of concern, slowly stitching together a file that doesn't belong in friendship but in investigation. Notice how they now remember everything you say, even the smallest things you thought slipped through. That's not memory, that's record-keeping. They're replaying your conversations in another room, retelling your words like they belong to someone else. There's a pattern to it all. They appear when you're most distracted, when your guard is down, when you're too tired to notice. They offer help, but their help always comes with a question attached. That's the bait, kindness used as camouflage. When you tell them less, they get uneasy. When you open up, they act relieved, not because they care, but because they got what they came for. You can almost see the shift in their eyes when they feel they've extracted something valuable. Stay calm, don't give them the reaction they want. You'll see it in their phone habits, short messages followed by long silences, secret calls they take just outside your hearing. If you pass by suddenly, they change the topic or smile too quickly. That smile is their mask, behind it, the plan grows clearer. They're not planning violence or chaos, they're planning revelation. They're setting the stage for a truth they'll hand over, piece by piece, to the authorities. It's not about justice, it's about control. They think that by giving your name first, they'll protect their own. Stay silent for now. Don't reveal what you know. The power shifts when you act predictable, let them think you're still in the dark. People who play double sides expose themselves when they believe they've already won. This isn't paranoia, it's awareness. Protect your routines. Change small habits, where you walk, when you call, what you say in rooms with echoes. The less predictable you become, the more their script begins to crumble. You will feel moments of loneliness, because secrecy always isolates before it empowers. But this isolation is your shield, your quiet ground. In silence, truth sharpens. In stillness, deceit gets louder until it trips on its own noise. My beloved child, take a deep breath before you listen further. What comes next is the part that most people never see, the real reason behind their secret coordination. It's not just curiosity or guilt, it's an exchange. They're offering pieces of your life for something they desperately want. It might be protection. It might be favor. It might be a chance to erase a mistake that's haunting them. The police didn't seek them out at first, they stumbled into it, maybe through a casual meeting or a quiet warning. But soon, the feeling of being important got addictive. Now, they're feeding on the illusion of control. They've been promised something, maybe immunity, maybe money, maybe a second chance at reputation. In return, they whisper your name where they shouldn't. They tell stories that sound close to truth but are laced with the kind of detail that makes them dangerous. When they sit with you, they're studying your emotions like notes in a song. They're testing what makes you pause, what makes you look away, what makes you nervous. Every reaction becomes part of their secret report. It's not conversation anymore, it's observation disguised as care. You'll feel it one day when you're laughing with them, and suddenly their eyes freeze for a second too long. That's when you'll know, in that tiny silence, that they aren't just listening, they're recording it in their memory for someone else. Stay calm. Don't let them see that you noticed. The goal isn't to destroy you, it's to reshape how others see you. They want to create a version of you that fits their story, a character they can hand over neatly when the time comes. But truth, my child, has a way of rebelling. It never stays hidden for long. You will soon see coincidences, people knowing things you never said aloud, neighbors asking questions that feel oddly rehearsed, small investigations disguised as casual talk. That's the ripple of their work. The circle of knowledge is expanding quietly. But what they don't know is that your silence has power. Every time you choose stillness, you slow their plan. Every time you refuse to feed their curiosity, you weaken their credibility. Deception thrives on reaction, you're taking away its oxygen. Soon, their stories will start contradicting each other. Small cracks will appear, mismatched dates, misplaced words, inconsistencies that grow with every retelling. Others will notice. The same hands that wrote their script will start to question the handwriting. Remember this, the universe always listens to intention, not performance. Their mask will slip when they least expect it, and truth will step out like light through broken glass, sharp, undeniable, blinding. And when it does, you won't have to defend yourself, their lies will undo themselves. Stay till the end, my child. In the next part, the real twist unfolds, what happens when you finally confront the truth face to face, and how this betrayal leads to your quiet victory. My beloved child, stay right here, this is where everything begins to turn. You've walked through suspicion, silence, and strategy, and now comes the revelation that will decide what happens next. You're not just uncovering their plan, you're stepping into your moment of control. They thought you'd react in chaos, panic, confrontation, fear. That's how they built their plan, expecting your emotions to do the work for them. But instead, you've been patient. You've watched, waited, and gathered more truth in silence than they've gathered in whispers. Now, you've seen the clues stack up, the late-night calls, the unusual visits, the strange way certain people mention your name with half-smiles. Every puzzle piece they thought they hid has found its way back to you. They underestimated the calmness of someone who knows their worth. Soon, there will be a moment when they come near you again. Maybe casually, maybe pretending to reconcile. Their tone will be gentle, their eyes cautious. That's when you'll feel it, a quiet confidence rising in you. You won't need to accuse, your energy alone will expose what they've done. They'll sense that you know, and that will frighten them. They'll stumble over their words, switch topics, or try to make you laugh just to test if you still trust them. But you won't flinch. You'll simply observe, with a heart strong enough to stay composed while truth shakes the ground beneath them. The police they've been feeding won't protect them forever. When stories start to clash, when their evidence begins to sound rehearsed, attention will shift back, toward them. And the same system they tried to manipulate will start asking them for proof they can't provide. You won't have to fight, the truth will do the fighting for you. Everything hidden will return in waves, every message, every small lie, every false statement. And each wave will carry a name, a moment, a confession that clears your path. Remember, my child, this was never meant to break you. It was meant to prepare you. Heaven never lets betrayal arrive without a purpose. It sharpens your intuition, it purifies your circle, and it reveals who deserves a place in your future. Soon, new doors will open, ones built on truth, not illusion. The people meant for you will appear without masks, without games, without shadows following behind them. You'll walk into peace so deep that no one's secret can disturb it again. So breathe. Let calmness be your revenge. You've already won the moment you chose silence over chaos, awareness over panic. What was planned against you will now serve as the proof of your strength. Stay till the end, because what's next is not exposure, but elevation. The person who worked against you will fade into the background while your light becomes undeniable. Their plan collapses quietly, and all that remains standing is you. My beloved child, now we reach the point where masks fall and truth breathes for the first time. Everything they hid, every lie they rehearsed, every quiet meeting in the shadows, it's all about to come to light. You've walked through confusion and fear, but this is where your clarity becomes their undoing. They thought they could manipulate the story, but they forgot that truth has its own gravity, it always pulls everything back where it belongs. The files they created, the words they twisted, the meetings they held under the pretense of protection, all of it is now being watched by higher eyes. Their steps, once careful, are now being traced by the very system they thought was theirs to control. You'll soon hear of sudden changes, a phone switched off, a meeting cancelled, a voice trembling on the other end of the line. That's the sound of panic setting in. They realize that the same people they worked with are now questioning their motives. The hunter has quietly become the one being observed. In the coming days, stay centered. Don't rush to expose, don't rush to celebrate. Simply let time move, because the truth, once awakened, doesn't need help to finish what it started. Your calm is your shield, your silence is the proof of your strength. They'll try one last thing, a plea, a tear, a confession disguised as remorse. But listen carefully, guilt speaks with urgency, while truth speaks with peace. You'll know the difference by how your heart feels when they talk. If your spirit tightens, walk away. If it softens, listen, but only from a distance. Your life is shifting now into its next chapter, one where you're no longer the target of hidden agendas. The same energy that once surrounded you with confusion will now surround you with clarity. Every false alliance will fall away, and only real hearts will remain standing beside you. And when you look back, you'll see that this wasn't about betrayal, it was about revelation. You needed to see who truly walked with you and who walked around you. The police may have thought they were gathering facts, but heaven was gathering truth. And truth has chosen your side. Walk forward now, my beloved. Don't carry their guilt or their chaos, it was never yours to hold. Your name will be cleared, your peace restored, and your path guarded by unseen hands. What they meant for confusion will transform into your protection. Because no secret stays secret when your purpose is divine. What they planned against you will soon turn into the very proof of your resilience. Stand tall, stay silent, and let destiny write the ending they never expected, one where you rise, untouched, unstoppable, and free. My beloved child, listen closely now, this is the calm after the storm, but even in calmness, there's a pulse of destiny guiding you. Everything that once felt heavy will soon feel light, because what's falling apart was never meant to stay. You are standing at the threshold of revelation, and the universe is rearranging itself to make sure you see the full truth without fear. You've already sensed it, the energy around you has shifted. Conversations have gone quieter, faces that once looked comfortable now turn uneasy when you walk by. That's not your imagination. It's the vibration of exposure. Those who played two sides can feel the walls closing in, not from you, but from the consequences of their own actions. They are starting to realize that trust, once broken, cannot be repaired with half apologies and nervous smiles. The same police they worked with are now looking deeper, asking questions they didn't expect to answer. And you, my child, have become the mirror in which their guilt reflects most clearly. Stay composed, your silence has become your most powerful testimony. You don't need to shout the truth, it's already echoing in every room where your name was once whispered in deceit. Their plan depended on your reaction, but your peace has turned their strategy into chaos. Soon, you will receive confirmation, maybe a message, maybe a visit, maybe just an unexpected change in the way people treat you. You'll know it instantly. It will feel like a key finally fitting into a lock that's been waiting too long. That's when you'll understand, the truth wasn't hidden from you, it was waiting for the right time to be revealed. You will be invited to speak your side, and when that moment arrives, speak with precision, not anger. Tell only what's necessary, because the truth doesn't need decoration, it shines in simplicity. Let your composure become the evidence of your innocence, and let your wisdom silence every rumor that tried to drown you. The one who betrayed you will feel a shift too, a kind of silence that no apology can fill. They will remember every word they said behind your back, and each one will echo back to them louder than before. That is how truth collects its balance, not with revenge, but with reflection. You'll begin to notice blessings unfolding in unexpected ways. The people who once doubted you will start believing again. Opportunities that were blocked will open as if invisible doors are finally unlocking. It's not luck, my child, it's divine justice aligning in your favor. You've passed the test of restraint, and now comes your reward: peace that can't be disturbed, strength that can't be faked, and respect that can't be stolen. You'll look around one day soon and realize that everything you lost was only clearing space for everything genuine to enter. So walk forward without looking back. Let those who betrayed you watch from the shadows as your life becomes proof that light always wins. What they planned for your downfall has now turned into your foundation. Their whispers may have started the story, but your truth, your grace, and your rise will finish it. And when you finally rest tonight, remember this: you were never being punished. You were being positioned, for truth, for clarity, and for victory.